2015 General Assembly closes its doors tonight. It's called Sine Die, the end of the session. A lot left in the final hours. Let's go live now to Annapolis. ABC 2 News' Christian Schaefer live at the State House with more. Christian.
Yeah, Jamie, just moments ago, Governor Larry Hogan held a news conference essentially declaring victory in this standoff with the General Assembly. Now, what's been talked about today, with less than 6 hours now before the end of the session, is this dispute over what to spend the state's money on. Should they use it to try to eliminate the state's structural deficit, or should they use it for more education funding, things like Medicare? The Democrats say that that money needs to go to those state programs. The governor says he was elected to try and cut down on the budget and make the state more fiscally responsible, and that is what led to the standoff, which has been going on for several weeks, but which always comes to a head here on Sine Die. This morning, the Democrats came out and held their news conference talking about their priorities. They say they have a budget put together that they believe will serve the state well, and they plan to pass it. Today, just about 15 minutes ago, the governor said, go ahead, pass it. That's a budget that he still feels, even if the governor doesn't get everything he wants, the governor still feels that the budget that is being presented by the Democrats is better than any of the budgets that he's seen over the past 8 years with the previous administration. And so in his mind, even if the Democrats pass their budget, that is still a victory. On top of that, in Maryland, the governor doesn't have to spend all the money in the budget that's allocated by the Democrats, so he may end up using some of the money that's supposed to be allocated for, say, education to cut down on the state's pension program. Here's what the governor had to say at that news conference outside the State House a short time ago.
I was sent here to change the dialogue in Annapolis. I think we've done so. We were here to try to bring about some fiscal responsibility. We were here to try to provide for tax relief. Now, we're hopeful that some of our we've proposed tax relief for struggling families, for small businesses, and for retirees. We'd like to see those bills passed. They haven't passed yet. Even if they don't pass, we know one thing for sure: we stopped the tax increases after 8 years in a row.
What's the biggest problem with this budget?
Right, that's what the governor calls the bottom line. No tax increase, he says, for the first time in 8 years. Also the lowest increase in state spending in several decades, at least since the 1940s. Jamie, the governor said the best part of his day so far, meeting with the Maryland Lady Terps basketball team that just finished up in the Final Four. Once again, a little bit less than 6 hours until Sine Die, and as it seems to be heading toward no compromise, but a budget that appears to will be passed by the Democrats. The governor then will do with it as he pleases, not expecting any kind of grand deal before then, but we'll see what happens. For now, we're live in Annapolis. Christian Schaefer, ABC 2 News.
All right, I'll see you tonight at 11 there, Christian. Thank you.